After tremendous amounts of strength and perseverance, rigorous trials and many sacrifices, they had finally entered the tomb of the Iris. It felt rather underwhelming to see it in all of its whimsy and foretelling. It was but a mere golden rock, floating in a coated protection concocted by several layerings of Velveta veiling. Of course, this explains the deity's choosing. They did not admire fate for who she was, but more for what she possessed. Shimmering gloriously, though, it was a majesty to behold. Lady Fate uncovers the Bible. This book could only be understood by Vegalians, a language not decipherable by other mortals, wrapped through the Vegala galaxy. She grasps Tyrant's hand, asking him to join her. As they read along, tears would be shed. For what they discovered would be the most impacting revelation of a lifetime.
Thy unholiest became to be. Sacred sanctity we must retrieve. Amongst the cradle of Primus we desire. Through plummeting darkness, we crave fire. We ask for destiny to whisk away grace, to retreat from the sins it once faced. Bring with it protection, let it soar like thunder, through eternal darkness, left to slumber. Wash away the blood caused by those who hungered, and guide us on this journey through eternity's plunder. Hither and yonder, be ready for wonder.
Tears drop from their eyes and land on the pages. Suddenly, the book emits a bright glow, and as it appears, so does the Iris. It thaws away piece by piece until it retains a brand new shape. Could it be that the Iris has finally taken form? Another secret kept from Vegala, now revealed to the ones who sought for the truth they desired. Tyrant and Fate stare at each other before holding the book together. They nod, and the Bible is slammed shut. This summons a wave of energy through the room, and the Iris is now free. While no longer immobile, scorches shroud the archival of knowledge, becoming madder by the second until powerful enough to jump light speed outside of the castle walls and into the darkest corners of space. But all was not to be a happy ending. Vegala Infinity's ground begun to shake, crumble, now becoming unstable, with the revelation of the Iris being the very thing containing Vegala's grasp within the realm of Hitherfall, and once leaving the proximity of the Cradle Primus, it would cause calamity and destruction on Infinity. Nothing could stop what was once known as Cradle Primus from destabilizing, as it transforms into a seismic boulder of darkness and chaotic ripples. It is no longer alive, as it becomes a dark vortex, swallowing all in the vicinity of Vegala Infinity. The walls started to cave in, grounds being sucked into a central black hole. Tyrant and Fate made a strong leap of faith and retreated before the jaws of Vegala's gates could shut completely. Their home was no more. It had been sent to the realm on the other side, Yondrathal. There was no turning back now, and the two would soar through the vapidness of nothing in hot pursuit of the Iris. The heart of an artist was from the sacred Bible that bound people together, forged and driven by communities. This was to be the end of Vegala's story as we know it. The heart was the Iris, and the artists were those capable of beholding its power, unlocking its true potential. One day, revealing the truth kept from so many lives. Art never truly ends. It is we who decide when it ends. For Tyrant and Fate, they had destined this capsule of wisdom to be shared forever. Or, at least that's what the artist wanted you to believe.
Place your cards on the display, rip it up in your face. They take you like a remote and control your fate. You can't take it and the heat starts to tangle your heart. But they don't care about the songs, they just want you to fall apart. So stand up, let them know how you really feel. How can they push if they don't know how to take the step? As you rise from your heels and they leave, just like you away. I don't fucking need you anymore. When you buy the shows, you take the cross off and live your life. Take it from a man who denied as they try to survive. But the enemy began to ignite. The rays return on the walls. They can't stop me when I call. This is the heart of an artist. You give them art made of gold, but they slice it down living face. They take it back to their hive and eradicate. You feel beaten when they shriek, so you break down and cry. But they will fight because they use and abuse you from the start. So stand up, let them know you will not be safe. How can they know how you feel when they don't appreciate? As you rise from your heels and they leave, just like you away. I don't fucking need you anymore. When you buy the shows, take the clothes off and live your life. Take it from the man who denied as they try to survive. But the enemy began to ignite. The rays return on the walls. They can't stop me when I call. This is the heart of an artist. In my heart, I grieve for the artists I believe to descend down from the sky, only to be met with shadows that hidden in the meadows, poison in all of the rye. Maybe we can meet in the middle, enough with the riddles. Treat them as they would treat you. They came to help the souls, deliver a smile through the tools. Isn't that what you would do? I don't fucking need you anymore. Baby, buy the show. Take the cuffs off and live a new life. Take it from the man who denied as they tried to survive. But the enemy began to ignite. To taste the charge for the call, so we shall fuck them all. Make them know that you're not pushed around. Let them know that you are divine. Keep it Christ in mind and speak it for the other side. The rain's written on the walls. They can't stop me when I call. This is the heart of an artist.
When one story ends, so does another unfold. Goliath is released from the grasp of Tyrant's hands and consciously returns to the depths. What felt like mere seconds in the depths felt like an entire lifespan for most others. He had unearthed knowledge, feelings, the numbing and scarring hums of warfare, despair, and anarchy. Goliath was indeed convinced from this point on to remain by the Encrypt, weakening his fist, hunching his head. What came of the visions was to paralyze him in more ways one could imagine. He sits down by the Encrypt's fortitude and slumps into a state of disassociation and disbelief. This was not his pain to bear, but was cast onto him by a perspective from his own father. Tyrant is glad he finally understands, and after wishing him a fond farewell until they meet again for great battles, he leaves for the Purgaprime Castle. Goliath was to be left alone for many a century, until he is summoned to fight and protect again. An anomaly of parasitic brutality to others, was just a mere being like everyone else who was cast out solely for the power he wielded. It is a punishment that feels unjust, and many a day was spent questioning why he remains, until the thoughts came back to haunt him. A fatal gaslight that would force Goliath to believe something that wasn't entirely telling the whole truth. The artist who beheld the sacred archival of knowledge would suffer the same greeds its creators contained. A time will come of Goliath to understand this one day. The truth would always prevail without words. Such is the day he finally ascended from the Iris.
Darkness and light are eternally temporal. The only way we can climb is by being brought back down again. Such is the day we finally ascend from the Iris.
My boy, how I wish your fate hadn't come to pass. It still pains me deep to think about what had to be done. Born unholiest, living to protect, to die by duty. He cannot know he is guarding his own surrogate hive mind beast. But if he was to know that much, it may break him. He may very well tear down the walls that protect not only him, but the world he steps upon, against the Motho Hive's sworn legacy to engulf our planet whole. Was it cruel? Perhaps. But was it crueler for him to know? Maybe selfish. It is why I entrust you, the Iris Archival. Lock this secret to your grave. Dare he find out, and he could become uncontrollable. I love my son, more than anything, but I want him pure. I can't bear to imagine what fate Goliath would suffer if merging with the beast. I fear the Motho Hive will manifest its darkest clutches and convert him. He can already thwart the damned off of his own back. I couldn't bear to see my boy engulf planets, too. It does, however, feel ironic. I fought against the cover-ups of truth, hidden by our sacred deities. And now, all I'm doing is hiding more truth. But if this truth was to become realized, it would spell the end for many of us. And we simply can't turn back now. My boy. Oh, how I wish your fate hadn't come to pass.